Hey, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Morning Scone. Glad to have you aboard with us here. Thanks for tuning in as always. And as always, we appreciate our friends over at Boudreaux's Bloody Mary and Margarita Mix. As we head into the weekend, if y'all going to be celebrating, you're going to be doing some brunch, check out the Bloody Mary Mix. If you're going to be by the pool, whatever party may be, check out the Margarita Mix there from our friends over at Boudreaux's. A lot of you asked yesterday that you missed the cameo from Drew. Well, he's wasted no time today. He's back here with us. So, say what's up, buddy? Bye-bye. Or is that Big Block? Big Block. Big Block? Okay. Okay. Well, you hang out with us this morning. So, a lot more to talk about this morning. I want to talk about the LSU baseball roster, which is kind of coming into focus now. The red, rock, and blue celebrity softball rosters are set. Jacques Doucet and I did that last night, so I'll kind of give you a sneak peek into what to expect there. And honestly, if you notice the title there today, bumming a little bit, emotional night for our family last night. A lot of people who have listened to the radio for a lot of years have heard Elmo. Go see Elmo, baby. Have heard us talk about Turkey, the 17-year-old Maltese. Well, Turkey went to the big dog house in the sky last night. So anybody who has pets or has ever had to say farewell to a pet knows how much that sucks. So we went through that last night. So forgive me if I'm bumming a little bit today. It's kind of an emotional day, man, especially when Turkey had been with you for 17 years. You've been with Erica for 17 years. So Turkey was with Erica long. Turkey outranked me. Erica and I have been together 9 years, so she's been through a lot. Erica got her when she was 21 years old and is at it for 17 years. So bummed. So if y'all think about it, man, just keep Erica more so in your thoughts. She's really, really sad. So anyway, we'll get on with it. Stephen Miller, Elise Landry, Brady Beacom, Chris Proctor, Danny Brabham. What's up, y'all? Ben Clark, what's up? AJ Abear, Mark Jeffers, Daniel Gidry. I love calling out y'all's names, just so you know I'm watching. I see you all. Michael, Mark, Chase, Will, Randy. See all y'all there, man. Keith, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. So let's talk about the LSU baseball roster. A couple of things coming into focus. The past couple of days we've talked about how LSU really didn't get gutted by the draft, and now it's kind of like, all right, well, you signed 18 guys. You expect Bryce Terang to sign. You certainly expect, let's see, Levi Kelly's going to sign. You had 7 other guys get picked of your signees, and you're kind of like sweating out who's going to come, and it looks like most everybody will. Spoke with Paul Maneri yesterday. He said they expect Hess, Watson, and Duplantis to come back. Amazing story. So Zach Hess was offered $600,000 in round 3. He passed on it. Watson he had a high number as well, which he didn't get. Anton Duplantis could be an interesting one to watch. Just as far as the number he wants, he went round 19. It's possible that the Indians could cobble together the money to get it, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I think you'll have your entire starting outfield back. So with that, you start to look at certain casualties of that situation. One is going to be Elijah Cable. Cable, signee who was would have been a higher draft pick, but for the allure, a big number in the allure of coming to LSU. But he's asked for and been granted his release from his letter of intent, and it makes sense, right? That's a guy who would go anywhere and start. But if you're returning Cabrera, Watson, and Duplantis, why come to sit the bench? So it kind of speaks to the talent LSU will have back next year when guys like Cable are saying, hey, can I have a release from my letter of intent so I can go somewhere where I can play? What he does, I don't know. The other 2 that Paul Maneri mentioned are Nick Webb, who also left the team. Paul Maneri said Webb did not make the trip to Oregon. Maneri said yesterday it was some violation of team rules. I think Webb probably just saw the writing on the wall with this roster that it was going to be really hard for him to find a spot to play. So Webb has left, and then Taylor Peterson has also been released from the team as well. So he's also left the team. So they're kind of starting to trim down that roster. So we'll run through some of the other possibilities, some of the other things that Maneri said yesterday. Matt Booth, what's up, man? Love the shirt. I hit bombs. Thanks to our guy at Swamp Assassin, Corey, over there, who printed up these shirts. I love it, man. He brought them to us last week in studio, so I appreciate him very much. All right, so a few notes. Again, so we learned about the about some of the attrition that's going to happen. Go. Okay, buddy. People have been asking a ton about Zach Hess. Would you move him to the back of the bullpen? I asked Paul Maneri that point blank yesterday, and I asked, is Zach Hess a starter? And his word, in a word, was absolutely. So they're going to give Zach Hess a chance to come back and be a starting pitcher in 2019. I know some people are going to roll your eyes at that. I don't know necessarily that it means that Hess absolutely sticks as a starter, but we'll see. But one thing Maneri stressed yesterday, and he's right, is he said, look, our ERA was almost 5. So the guys coming back, weren't so great that they've automatically inherited their spot, and there's some validity to that. So if you consider Hess, Eric Walker coming back off of Tommy John, Mikhail Hilliard, AJ Labus, a couple of guys that are in freshman All-America honors, Nick Storrs, who Paul Maneri disclosed yesterday had a torn lat. So, the muscle right there, he had a torn lat, which is why he really struggled to come back from that. So at least it wasn't an arm issue, it was a lat. So that's good to know. So you had Nick Storrs, and then you look at the freshmen that are coming in, and it's like, man, Landon Marceau, who came on my show yesterday, said he passed on $1.5 million from Kansas City to sign with LSU. He said his number was in the 2s, and he didn't get it, so he was like, don't draft me. Cole Henry, who's on campus already as well. Jaden Hill from Arkansas, the Gatorade Player of the Year in Arkansas, who's a long righty who is already on campus. I mean, these are guys that are immediate weekend candidates. And if they don't end up in the weekend, then you have a loaded bullpen with guys that are sitting there throwing 90. You're Vanderbilt. Like all those loaded Vanderbilt staffs that you've seen for years, that's kind of what it looks like. And I know, and I do understand there's some people that look at this and it goes like, man, LSU has this terrible season, and now you're just hyping the draft. And truthfully, like I really can't remember a time where I talked this much about the draft in the immediate days after the draft. And in part, I'm sure that's because the baseball team isn't playing anymore, but more so, you don't see this very often where these types of guys are passing on 7-figure signing bonuses to go play college baseball. It just doesn't happen. Guys that I was talking to Alden Cartwright, and he said, look, man, when he was playing, and remember, Alden came to LSU in 2014, so you're talking about less than 5 years, or in the span of about 5 years. Basically one full recruiting cycle. He said, look, man, we were told, man, you get $500K, you go. And now you got guys passing on 7 figures. Cabrera passed on 7 figures. Marceau passed on 7 figures. Cole Henry passed on 7 figures. I mean, Hess passed on 600,000. And man, for pitchers to pass on 600K, it's just you're taking a risk, a big risk, because man, if you're offered the 7-figure signing bonus, there's no guarantee that you're ever going to get it again. But you have guys betting on themselves, like Bregman did. Bregman bet on himself, and it paid off in a big way. He passed on potentially $1 million and turned it into 6 after 3 years. And I think these guys are kind of thinking the same thing. If I pass on $1 million now, could I turn it into 4, 5, 6, and as a top half of round 1 guy in 3 years? So we'll see, man. Let's see. Val Browning asked, how many spots over are they currently? It's hard to know for certain. Y'all can hear Drew crying. He'll probably walk in here in a minute. I'm sorry for that. Not knowing exactly who they plan to sign, but my guess is with all the roster moves they've done, they probably have like 3 or 4 more spots to go. So we'll see who those guys are, but that would be my guess right now, is they probably have. So Webb, hi baby, with Webb and Peterson, Fiducia and Slaughter expected to sign. The seniors that you lost. Hey bud, what? What's the matter? Look, you're dripping. Oh, sorry, Drew's feeding tube is dripping. Sorry. Why are you dripping, bud? Oh no, we gotta fix that. Okay, we got. Hey, come see Daddy. Sit on Daddy's lap and let's talk to the people. You see, there's Daddy right there, and Drew's about to come in that picture in a minute too. Let's see, trying to get to some of y'all's questions here. Matt, assuming Josh Smith get healthy, where do you see Hughes? Also, who's at catcher? Okay. Oh, hey, baby. So, it depends on Bryce Terang. So Bryce Terang is a kid out of California. He was taken by the Brewers, 21st overall. Clap hands for Mama comes home. Go, Papa, Papa go. Clap hands for Papa go. I love you. All right, let's talk to these people and answer that question. So, it depends on Bryce Terang. And Maneri said yesterday that Terang told him, Terang was taken 21st overall by the Brewers, and Terang told him, hey, just hang with me a couple of days. So apparently Terang had a number around $4 million, and his slot value is 3. So it's just really a question of will that kid stay to his number. You know, if he can get 4, he'll go. And he should. He should go for 3. But you seeing some of these guys? What, baby? Hey, look, it's you. It's you. No, baby. Okay. Okay. See you later. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye. Sorry. So, if Terang shows up, which I wouldn't count on, Terang plays short, Smith plays third, then you have Broussard and Hughes battling for second. If Terang doesn't show up, you very well could have... you could keep Hughes at short and put Josh Smith back at third, provided Hughes' bat comes along. I guess conceivably you could look at that's the tough part. It kind of depends on Terang. If not, then you're looking at a Smith, Hughes, second, third short platoon, whatever way they do it. Catching, they have options. They signed Brock Mathis, who is a JUCO guy, Saul Garza, who can catch or play first, who hit 23 bombs in JUCO last year, and then C.J. Willis out of Ruston, who they never expected to show up. But hey, baby, come see Daddy. Come see Daddy. I'm sorry, y'all. Come see Daddy. It's okay. Come see. Oh, let's sit here and talk to the people, okay? So I see Rick asked about it too. Yeah, so they've got 3 options at catcher. So 3 good options at catcher, 2 JUCOs and a freshman. So they're good there. They'll have options and they'll have someone who can catch, which is why no doubt they're going to encourage Fiducia to sign. So they'll encourage Fiducia to sign, and he should sign. We talked about that yesterday, Fiducia and Slaughter. So just looking at the roster, they should be fine. I guess the left side of the infield is the one question, but look at Bryce Terang to see how that all plays out. So, all right, he's going to get antsy. So let me do one more thing. Before we scoot. Jacques Doucet and I last night put together the rosters for the celebrity softball game, which is coming up in a few weeks. 2 weeks from today, as a matter of fact. 2 weeks from today, celebrity softball game, raising money for Louisiana military charities for Red Rock and Blue. It'll be out at Traction this year, at the Traction Sportplex. We did not play last year because a tropical storm came through. 2 years ago, you might recall that the blue team, or Team Scone, won 40 to 18. We destroyed Jacques Doucet. Anyway, I like my roster. Started off, they kind of grandfathered Ryan Terrio to me, but I like the roster a lot, man. I went heavy on baseball guys. Austin Bain will be on the blue team. You want to get down? What, sweetie? Okay, there you go. Okay.
Mama.
Okay, well, you're going to see Mama today. You're going to see Mama today. Yeah, not go to Abilities, no, but you're going to go see Miss Gayla and then Mama. Okay? Okay. Okay, we'll see you later. Ryan Terrio went with Darren Clark, who just hit bombs. Austin Bain, as I mentioned, got the one of the greatest hitters in LSU history, Blake Dean, on the roster as well. Old Dreadlocks of Doom, Chad Jones will be on the blue team, Team Moscona, We got Bo Jordan in the mix as well. Ruben Randall, who probably could have played professional baseball if he didn't go play professional football. And Justin Vincent, who was a Barb guy and played baseball out there. So we loaded up with some good talent there. We also got guys like Demetrius Bird, Rohan Davey, Darius Geis will be Calakai, will be on the blue team. T-Bob Aver, Jordy Collada, both halves of off the bench will be with us. Benny Logan, Todd Kinchin, Stanley Roberts. We got some really good talent. And then so the way we do it, we split the guys and then we split the girls. So the ladies on the blue team, Tiara Gibson, former LSU volleyball player, will be with us. Maya Hambrook, former LSU gymnast. Smacker Miles will join us on the blue team, and Elizabeth Vowell from WAFB will be with us also. So I'm pretty... Actually, we have... Jacques doesn't have her on, but we have Lauren Westbrook too. So he doesn't have her on our roster, but Lauren Westbrook from WAFB is on the blue team as well. The one guy that... I think our roster is better. Jacques screwed this up because I got Blair Barbier. Yeah, Jacques screwed this up. Anyway, I got Blair Barbier too, but he got Jason Williams, who is like a professional softball player, former LSU infielder. So I'm a little bummed about that. But anyway, Blair Barbier is on our team too. I got to go tell Jacques that he screwed that up. So anyway, y'all, about to wrap this up. Let's see if y'all have any. Val Brown, some of y'all asking about catcher. Good morning by saying good morning to Drew. I don't blame you. Morning, Matt. Assuming Josh Smith get healthy. Catcher, all the same questions. Okay, all right, looks like those are about the same questions we had, so we will go ahead and wrap it up. Let me remind you once again, as you head into your weekend, please give our friends at Boudreaux's a try. You can find it at great local retailers like Calvin's, Calandro's, Alexander's, and at boudreauxmix.com. So please check out our friends at Boudreaux's, and we'll see you tomorrow. Please hit the share button if you've not done that. Drew wants me to say bye, so hit the share button. I would appreciate it greatly, and we'll see you tomorrow for Morning Scone. Okay, bud, man, you're dripping all over the place.